And welcome back, everybody, to another breaking news episode of the Careful Boys, where we have updates, we've got new angles, we've got some official statements coming out from different sides, and we just want to keep going with this really developing story right now about the Minnesota shooting that had just happened to a 37-year-old man who police have also just identified, or at least put out the name as well, Alex Preddy. Here's some new angles. We're all just going to live react and watch these things at the same time. There's a couple of different videos just so we can kind of get a better, clear scope of what went down, and we'll just take a look. Border Patrol agent kills 37-year-old man in Minnesota is what it says.
So it's the guy with the gray hoodie or like brown hoodie.
He was with somebody. That person just got pushed to the ground.
So he's getting pepper sprayed. Civilians intervening. Hella tactical people. It's a crazy dog pound, man.
So I think that was the gun they just threw away, by the way. I think they took it off of him and tossed it to the side.
They took his gun off of him,
Yeah,
and then
so
they shot
took
him.
the gun and then they shot?
They disarmed him and then shot?
I believe so.
What the?
That is not good, man.
There's approach Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. Yeah.
And bro, look at that reaction, right? The reaction after they shot him, what do? They stand back in disbelief, and they're just like, "What the fuck did we just do?"
Yeah.
That, bro, that I don't know.
It doesn't look.
That's murder in broad daylight, bro.
Do it one more time again. The dude.
Come on, man.
I got a slow-mo version if you want to look at it.
Yeah, let's look at
Yeah,
that.
send it.
Should I send it to your Instagram?
Just send it to me.
Oh, that's the gun right there?
Yeah, I believe.
So he got picked up,
Yeah.
or if it's not the gun, it's a magazine, I guess. Oh, or is
That's
that
a
the
mag.
Oh, that's a
I just sent Anthony a slow-mo video on Instagram.
gun.
He picked it up. You saw him, and he
That's the
ran
gun,
off
yeah.
with it.
It'll go to the X. It'll go to the very bottom. It'll go to X. Make sure you clear all your cookies because you're looking at all the OnlyFans girls. And then watch. It'll slow-mo it for you.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm pretty sure I saw the gun
Yeah.
before the guy shot him.
Slow-mo right now.
So is that him? What's in his hand?
Is that the gun? Oh, it looks like, yeah. It looks like that's the gun.
He pulled it off his right side. His right hip, he pulled it out of.
So he's already unarmed, and then they just shoot him.
But look at his body language. What's the guy doing? He's on all fours. He's
He's not drawing.
He's not doing anything. And when they grabbed him, his hands
Pressing
were up.
Play? Keep pressing play.
No, it's playing on its own right now.
It's doing a slow-mo.
They're trying to show you what.
I'm trying to say that that's the gun they pulled off of.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah.
Was there a guy talking?
Because I want to see the gun hit the floor.
They were probably talking, but like there's no sound.
The thing hitting the floor wasn't the gun, maybe.
It looked like a magazine, the first one he
Turn the sound on. They might be commentating.
Oh, no, the sound's on.
No, I mean like on your video. Like the go to the you see how it says
No, the sound's on here.
Oh, that's them.
This
That's
is their
them.
video. This is a screen recording.
That's so tricky.
You guys keep on telling me to do stuff, and I'm not doing shit.
But if you go from the wider angle, you see that same guy in the gray jacket, pull it, he runs off, and then you hear the first shot.
So here's another clip, a wider clip from the entire encounter.
Beginning to end.
Yeah. So this is the gentleman that's going to get shot right here.
That's the person he was with.
So he's approaching,
So this is before the conflict.
He's filming them,
Okay.
yeah?
They're filming.
and they got whistle
Or
alerts
maybe
for.
it's this guy.
It's that guy, I think.
Yeah, I think it's that guy.
Oh,
So this is the girl that he was
Sucks,
with. This is the
man.
POV of the girl.
just don't even go to these things, dude. Man. Poor dude.
These fools. It's like opposite Kyle Rittenhouse now.
Oh,
Shoving.
Pepper spray.
Oh, he definitely does not look aggressive at all.
But that's the escalation, right? That's the problem. This is the problem that people have with ICE, is that they're mall cops doing this to random people. Not random people, they're to protesters. Bro.
Play that part one more time. Here's that-
going gun, 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 gun. They're like he's got a gun. That's what they were saying.
That's bro.
See, it's a gun. It's a gun.
He just started opening fire, bro. You see him unholster?
Yeah, I
Pop,
saw
pop,
it.
pop.
That was crazy. That was crazy, man.
You telling me these guys should have guns?
But did they actually confirm, or someone just started screaming that there was a gun? There was a gun.
But when they were saying gun, is it the gun they took and disarmed them from?
I think that's what they identified. Someone took it, but this is where the communication. Like, if you're working with people, you have to be understanding of what's happening and what the goal is. Like, they don't have a plan to pin this guy down. They just shoved these two people to the ground. Well, somebody just started pepper spraying them, and like on paper, right? Like legally, if you're protesting and you're obviously, we could say, yeah, you shouldn't be there. But if they have a right to protest, what were they doing wrong? They were just standing in the street filming. And then they got approached by these fucking guys. Pepper spray, shoved the girl to the ground. It's like, it's a crazy...
Isn't it the thing where if they're already under operation in this zone and they tell everybody, like, back up, this is now, like, we're operating, you can't walk in anymore?
Yeah, I get, but that's the thing, right? Is like, they will say anything, anytime somebody is there in the vicinity and they might be impeding the investigation. And that's the language that they use to say, oh, you're in the fault. We were forced to do this to you.
But did he have to die?
And that's the whole point, right?
Oh, not at all.
Could that situation been avoided if they didn't shove that girl to the ground, pepper spray him? They weren't doing nothing, bro.
I don't know.
Were they being in the way, being annoying probably, and impeding ICE investigation? Yeah, but
even if they were doing stuff, the fact that like 5-6 dudes like subdued him and he's like face down on all fours, basically, it's like, at what point is it necessary to like fully mark him like that?
So it looks like one of the officers saw the firearm, disarmed him, maybe said there's a gun, and then another guy just thought, shoot.
But that's a reaction to someone that's not trained, that doesn't like what we talked about, right? We were saying federal agents should be at a higher level than a police officer based on, but if these guys are federal agents, they're definitely not, they're not acting like federal agents.
Looks even like bumbling, like,
Because
Bro, these guys are tripping over their feet. They're slipping on ice.
I think they jump protocol like crazy.
Bro.
Because even if you have,
They
like,
panic.
Let's say you have local police, right? And you have some fucking crackhead that runs out of 7-Eleven, and it's 1-on-1, not 6-on-1. If it's 1-on-1, and that guy, even if he feels like he's in danger, he tackles them. He'll say, hands, hands, hands. Let me see your hands. Usually you cuff them. Then you search to see if there's a gun, but you control the hands first.
Yeah.
So this guy was already in turtle, didn't control the hands. Someone just pulls a gun out randomly. And so it's like you're jumping 10 steps. And every even law, like local, it's always like, let me see your fucking hands. Because if you don't, they can't assume you're holding some crazy shit. But if you see his hands, then detain the hands, and then you keep moving down the line. But it was just, he was in turtle, someone pulled out a gun, yelled gun, and then you see the guy unholster and just like.
Sounds like he just got shot because he had a gun.
Yeah, that's what.
And somebody yelled, gun, gun, gun. So all it takes is one guy to panic.
And everyone panics.
Right? And what do? That one guy pulled out a gun and started shooting. And everybody was like, yo. That's what the vibe was after they killed this fucking guy. They put their hands on their head like.
Unless there's something we missed and he had a gun here and that wasn't the gun and he was reaching for it. That's the only thing where that, but I don't know. Like, so there's other angles too. And I'm more curious about the escalation because we always see it in like the middle of the fight or like the angle's kind of far. And then there's this other angle where I didn't really watch the whole video, but it starts from them standing there and then they just get pushed by the ice guy.
Yeah.
So this doesn't justify their behavior, but it could be that guy. And if I just had to play devil's advocate, that guy and his lady, it's their 10th time impeding their investigation.
So they're talking to him right now.
So they could be like, I fucking told you, get the fuck away. And maybe that's why you see them I'm just going to chuck your ass. But it doesn't excuse
so it's them
shooting
arguing.
someone. Yeah.
They already had him subdued. They could have just
we
detained
missed the
him.
whole fucking.
Oh, start over and like let him. He's just describing it.
He was saying that it's them arguing with the ICE officers. This is where it started.
That's the guy, right?
This is new footage from the shooting. See that man there with the cat? That's the guy who was shot. He can be seen arguing with ICE just before. That guy. I'd go around.
So yeah, Bart, that he's basically saying what you just said is that it could be something that's been happening.
Like all day already.
He's like, I told you to get out of the street. I told you to get out of the street.
Because he did look confrontational right there.
Your way to argue with law enforcement has nothing to do with you while being armed. If you're one of those people, you're being manipulated, you're brainwashed. But you're mad that they're deporting illegals from your country. Illegals, people who shouldn't be in the country.
He's gonna go into more
You're mad
philosophy
they're-
and what he believes in, but like, I just wanted to see as much as I can of like what led up to this event, because most of the footage that's coming out is already there's action. Like it starts from the pepper spray, it starts from the dogpiling, and like
Well, yeah, for sure they're agitators, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what the whole point to go out there.
because from this footage, it seems like ICE just went up and pepper sprayed him for no reason, just for standing there.
I think in this situation though, I don't even care who was right or wrong, if he had a good reason, if he was agitating them or whatever. I think there could have been a way to subdue him and detain him without killing him. That's kind of
They don't know how to do
Yeah.
that apparently. They can't do this.
That's how panicky they are is what's concerning to me.
But this is why all these crazy situations with ICE is because of that reason.
Because they're just panicking.
Well, they're just not trained. They shouldn't be doing what they're doing. The way they're going about it, they don't know how to argue with these citizens. They don't like as soon as a citizen argues with them, they fucking flip out. You can see the moment where their ego gets hit, they get aggressive right away.
Yeah, and that's not professional.
That's not
anymore.
professional.
Yeah.
You can't be doing this. And then now they're like, oh well, we had to shoot you. And then now you hear everyone trying to justify why they're getting shot. And then now we're arguing about the wrong fucking thing.
There's a clip, I don't know if you guys saw, but it was like a guy was holding his composure and it was like a lady antagonizing him. Like, oh, you guys, it's like a lady and her husband. Like, oh, you think you're so fucking tough? You're tough. You want to do this, don't you? And he goes like, I make 200K.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
The whole time he was composed. I'm like, oh, good for him. It's one of the few times where I just see him like standing his post, doing what he's supposed to do. And then the 200K struck a chord. And he goes, well, how long have you been in school? And he goes, I didn't even go to college and I make 200. I'm like,
See,
why?
dumbass. That
Like
guy's a
that. Why
dumbass,
you got a
bro.
reaction?
That guy's low
Like,
IQ.
You're a professional. Just do your shit.
You're supposed to be stoic. You're supposed to be
stoic.
an officer of the government, bro. And you're over there acting like you insult me. Oh, you make 200K? Well, fucking, like
Yeah.
that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like that's what sets you off. You're a grown ass man.
acting like fucking hooligans.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to be like, those fucking the furry hat motherfuckers in England?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
People go, like they like this and they're just like, they give them wet willies. They're just like, I'm just standing for 8 hours.
And then on top of that, bro, they're wearing masks, right? Like the whole mask thing is crazy too.
Yeah, what's up with the whole law enforcement wearing masks? Like, I get SWAT.
I guess if they get doxxed or something like that, people will start like harassing them and their families.
Social media age, huh? It's probably the social media age.
But there's already a lot of people doxing ICE agents too. But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe shooting them will also get you doxxed.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. So there's hella angles coming out now. Where's the other? There's another one that I sent you before this one.
I think the saddest part is it all takes away from the real cause.
We played that one already.
If the real cause is to find criminals that shouldn't be here and get them out of here, all of this is just tangential shit that's pulling away from what the actual mission is.
It
Have you
hurts
seen,
your
like, those
mission for sure.
detectives too that are like they specifically are a unit to catch predators, and then there's people that are like, get out of here, you fucking ICE, and then they're like,
We're not even ICE or something.
Yeah, child services.
yeah, they're like child protective services or whatever, and then they're like, shut up, you're lying, fuck you guys, and I'm like, dude, come on.
That's the whole problem, right? Is like the way these guys are acting is causing a ripple effect to other people trying to do their fucking jobs. And now citizens, they're not going to trust our government at all. Like,
But they're really got like both of the wildest sides against each other right now.
and now this is the type of shit that causes us to be in more trouble as a country. Like, and it's only getting worse. And then you have, Trump put out a tweet and he's like doubling down.
What do you say? What do you say?
Something about how it's his fault for being there, essentially.
Yeah, let's read the statement.
But every time something bad happens, they just immediately stoke the fire even more. It's like, bro, get this guy's phone away from him.
Trump responds after a man was killed by federal agents in Minnesota. Look, none of you guys are gonna be able to. All right, I'll just read it. This is the gunman's gun loaded with 2 additional full magazines and ready to go. What is that all about? Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. Why does Ilhan Omar have $34 million in her account? And where are the tens of billions of dollars that have been stolen
corruption.
from the once great state of Minnesota?
And he's using this to shoot at Tim Walz too, you know?
We are there because of massive monetary fraud with billions of dollars missing and illegal criminals that were allowed to infiltrate the state through the Democrats' open border policy. We want the money back, and we want it back now. Those fraudsters who stole the money are going to jail where they belong. This is no different than a really big bank robbery. Much of what you're witnessing is a cover-up for this theft and fraud. The mayor and the governor are inciting insurrection with their pompous, dangerous, and arrogant rhetoric. Instead, these sanctimonious political fools should be looking for the billions of dollars that has been stolen from the people of Minnesota and the United States of America. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, have been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. If they were still there, you would see something far worse than you're witnessing today.
Remember when our presidents used to have like letterheads of the White House and they have a nice little statement? You know, like, this is crazy. This is, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Is he on Truth Social?
It's either that or
Or
Twitter
X.
or something like that. Yeah, X.
I don't like how now like these groups that are supposed to be, so for example, like the NRA and people who are really like gun rights, right? Because it was like a proposed leftist that was armed, they're probably not going to protect him. Because if it's true that he was just hanging out there armed and he was a journalist, and then they ended up, he wasn't pulling that shit out, and they found out later when they pepper sprayed him, took his ass down, and then they just so happened to see that he's armed, right? And then they take it out of him. I feel like that's a violation.
Yeah, he has every right to be armed. If he has him legally, he has every right.
Mhm.
But then, like,
However many magazines he has on him is irrelevant.
I want to see the gun rights activists come out and be like, I don't give a fuck if he's left or right.
Or 2, 3 mags, 4 mags. What are you trying to say?
That's what the rhetoric has to be, is like, we can't do this separation between left and right anymore. Like, we have to talk about like us as American people, because, you know, we're stuck with this shit. It's our mess. We got to fucking clean this up.
But then you do have to point out that, like, it's pretty fucking dumb if your opponent in your protest is the police or ICE. Why are you fucking armed?
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that's stupid to me. Whereas if I was unarmed, I have a better leverage against them.
Yep.
You would just think that, like, you'd be in a safer position not having nothing on you because there's less they can do about it, right? I don't understand how that was, like, smarter.
And also, yeah, like if we're using that kind of analogy, if the goal is for ICE to get illegal criminals out and like the protesters are the bystanders, right now we're watching a football game where the people in the stands are coming into the field.
Yeah.
And then so now the people in the stands are getting fucking trampled and tackled. And it's like, that's not even the fight that we want. So like, it sucks. And you have every right to protest. We all know that. It's freedom of speech, freedom to like to bear arms, all that. But also, if we try to be effective about what we're trying to do, which is not have any more people die, like if you don't need to be at places, don't be at those places.
That's what makes me feel like it's being compared a lot to Kyle Rittenhouse now, because he wasn't from that area but decided to go over there and get up in the mix, and then the entire left side was like, "Why'd you do that?
Exactly.
Why'd you go? Why'd you leave your place to go and like for this cause that has nothing to do with you?" But he felt the need to like.
He took an Uber to get there.
Yeah, he did his thing. Whatever.
People want to speak up for things even if it has nothing to do with them. They're just speaking up for other people.
But exactly, everybody agreed on that. But when Kyle Rittenhouse did it, they were like, "Why'd you do that?" But then everybody's going 3 to 5 hours away to impede ICE. They should understand that's the same thing.
But I think that's the problem here, is that they can't see the other side, right? Like
Feels like more than ever now.
we have friends on both sides, right? So it's not like one is more benevolent than the other. And on top of that, I think we all realize that both parties are pretty corrupt, and they'll use their own constituents as fucking weapons against the other. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be used and riled up in that sense too. So I'm like, I get that there's an honor behind, if you truly do feel like you're protecting these innocent, people, from a Gestapo police force that is unlawful. I get it, but there's other means to do it safely than to stand there and like put yourself in danger like that.
And don't you feel dumb if you don't even know, you don't even have the due process to prove the person you're protecting didn't actually do a crime that you don't support?
Yeah.
Like when it's this
What if there's
for sexual predators?
Exactly.
I'm like, don't you feel dumb?
Yeah.
Like impeding ICE from taking that guy? Like you don't know either way.
But yeah, I think it's just tough because you have crazy people on both sides and like a lot of it just feels like a big mess with a lot of chaos and like oversight, and no one's taking responsibility because they don't want to.
It's morally admirable that you want to do that, but it's personally not a good idea.
For sure.
I just don't like if someone you knew
Yeah.
told you I'm gonna go out there and like help out and like stop. I wouldn't if I knew that person. I'd be like, don't fucking do that.
Yeah. I mean, have you guys been involved in any type of protests or like any type of things, right? Like, the most recent one was I went out to downtown because it wasn't that far from me, and this was during COVID, and I was a part of one of the silent like what do you call it, the not the visual, it was kind of a visual or like whatever, and it was like a George Floyd visual plus it was like it was a protest, but it wasn't a crazy riot. It was just organized. Everyone was there.
Like a peaceful
It was a
protest?
peaceful. It was a protest. It wasn't a march. It was like it was solidarity. Like it was protesting with everyone getting together, and then there's speakers. There's different speakers. You're part of an audience, and then like you're voicing your opinion. And I thought that is how things should be done. Is you're out there in numbers, and then you're talking. You're at the city hall. You're addressing your points. You have the media there, and then fine. But like you ain't gotta burn the city down. You ain't gotta like yell. And by the way, there were a lot of cops, but nobody was in the cops' face. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It was super. And I think that's the thing is like when that whole thing was happening, right? Like, the media did not help because yeah, there were shit going down, but they were showing the rage, they were showing the destruction. They didn't show like the 90% of people just peacefully being there and talking about like how tragic this shit is and the normal stuff. And I think because it doesn't get clicks.
You know what difference too with that is protesting at like the city hall is going to be way more effective because that's where the lawmakers are versus going to actual crime scenes and trying to stop it. You know, because like
Because they don't make the decision.
if you go in front of like the ICE building, hey, we don't like this, blah blah blah. That's way different than like fucking 4 unmarked Suburbans pulling out hella fast, and you're like, stop right there. And they just all fucking listen to fucking Metallica in the fucking garage. Let the bodies hit the floor. And they're fucking ready to, yeah. And then you go, stop. I'm peaceful with 2 magazines. It's like, fuck, dude. That's not that's not the most effective way to do it.
It's not smart, dude.
I mean, that's more like you're ready for war. Like you're looking for some confrontation.
And then you bring your girlfriend or wife with you to like the actual crime scene where it's like hot and everyone's like on edge.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as tragic as effective goes, like dude's gonna be like a martyr to like this idea, you know. So ICE fucked up today, in my opinion. When we watched that, in all of our opinion, we see that like they made a mistake. Yes, it's like not personally a smart idea to ever do that. And even if they were Gestapo, it's like it's not like you would ever tell your friends or family member to be like, yeah, we gotta fight them together by going out there with phones and recording their like heinous crimes so that we can like vote against this later. It's like it's really, really difficult, and tragedy is going to happen with untrained people. But it's like, damn, I just kind of fucked up today.
They massively fucked up.
But at least one common denominator remains slightly truer. If you're not behind the wheel of what's considered a deadly weapon, you don't carry a deadly weapon, you have a higher chance of making it out of this operation alive.
Yeah, that's why peaceful protests always win the long run. Because when you have an armed resistance, then you give the bigger, stronger guy, you're giving them an opportunity to call you terrorists and kill you. Whereas like Gandhi and everybody else, it's always been the unarmed victim that's like, hey man, I'm gonna protest here. You could fuck me up. And now the powers that be, they're the bad guy because they use violence against you. But if that's the thing is like, I think that's the best way. It's been proven to be at the long run, you become the winner when you do that.